Greetings, friends. City Manager Wilson Hooper here with a preview of next Tuesday's Brevard City Council meeting. The meeting will be held Tuesday since city offices will be closed on Monday in recognition of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The meeting will begin at 5:30, as always, with public comment, where members of the general public are given 3 minutes to address the council on a topic of their choosing. Next, Mayor Kopoloff will read 2 proclamations. The first will recognize the inaugural Brevard Music Center Day in the city. The second will recognize White Squirrel Day, which is our version of Groundhog Day. Next, 2 public hearings will be held. The first will be on proposed changes to the Unified Development Ordinance's rules on signs. The changes are intended to reduce confusion for both sign permit applicants and the city's zoning administrators, eliminate conflicting language, and ensure the sign ordinance meets the city's traffic safety and aesthetic goals. The second hearing will be on changes to certain chapters of the UDO that are designed to preserve some of the provisions of the recently passed Pisgah Gateway zoning district that was struck down shortly after by actions of the General Assembly in Raleigh. After the Pisgah Gateway District, or PGX, was passed in the fall, the legislature passed a new statewide rule that said properties couldn't be downzoned, i.e., their zoning category couldn't be changed to something less dense without the consent of the property owner. According to the General Assembly's new law, neither could a municipality change a property's zoning category in a way that created a nonconformity, even if that nonconformity was to be kept legal via the grandfathering process. The proposed changes on our agenda would cancel fall's blanket rezoning, but keep PGX on the books for property owners in that area to opt into if they wish. Next, council will be asked to take a series of ministerial actions: accepting the December tax settlement report, approving a temporary art installation on Clemson Plaza to honor the late President and Habitat for Humanity champion Jimmy Carter, and approve an exception to the city's procurement requirements so that staff may hire an engineer to evaluate the condition of the Estateau Trail boardwalk. As any of you all who've been on that boardwalk know, it's already getting pretty weathered, and recently a driver tried to navigate his pickup truck along its length, so it needs to be checked out. Council will then be asked to take action on the topic of last meeting's public hearing, namely a proposal to waive utility tap fees for uses related to Helene recovery. Next, council will be asked to turn to 2 items of new business. First, to consider public interest statements for a potential affordable housing development for a vacant property off Azalea Avenue near Old Hendersonville Road. Staff is working with an architect to create some initial renderings on what the development might look like on the site, and we want to make sure that council's values are clear before we put pen to paper. The interest statements were created with public input from a series of meetings back in December. Finally, council will be asked to consider a staff request to create a new full-time position in the planning department. Council added a part-time position in that department a year or so ago, and we now wish to make it full-time. The department's workload has increased. Development activity in the area is healthy, which is good, and planning staff have also been heavily involved in some storm recovery efforts. What's more, a seasoned employee there recently retired and took a lot of institutional knowledge with her. Typically, this request would be included in the annual budget discussions, but to try to get some enhanced capacity right now when it's needed, I've agreed to bring this proposal to council off-cycle. The meeting will conclude with a closed session on pending litigation. As always, all the same info we send to council is available in the link below. I hope to see you Tuesday evening.